And a little bit of a fashion show taking place as the Bulls came down the tunnel earlier on. And now it's all about getting a win on their home court. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. The Chicago River winding its way through the heart of the Windy City. Our sight tonight, it's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and we've got Steve Smith and Greg Anthony at the table with me. And the fourth member of our crew, David Aldridge, our sideline reporter. And a chance now to look at the schedule coming up for the Toronto Raptors. On Monday, they'll go back home and will be hosting the Orlando Magic. And then on Wednesday, they'll be playing against Blake Griffin and the Detroit Pistons. Here are the five for the Raptors. Siakam at power forward with Gasol at center. Lowry and Powell, the guards. And it's Johnson in at the three, the small forward. And for Chicago, White and Levine team up in the backcourt. Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. And it's Carter in at the five. Hey, Smitty, for rookies being given a lot of responsibility early in a season, early in their career, do you think it helps their growth, or does it run the risk of hurting their confidence early?
You know, I think it helps them, but I think those type of rookies that you give so much and put on their plate, you still have to have some veterans around them.
Because there are going to be problems, aren't there? Early on.
There's always going to be adversity throughout the season. If you have a championship caliber team, there's going to be some ups and downs.
Here's Porter. Markkanen trying to break loose. Carter. Feeds to Markkanen. Here's White. Just 5 to shoot. A three ball. Nailed from three-point land.
And you have got to honor White on the perimeter. Once he gets comfortable from there, it's going to be bad news for the defense.
Now here's Powell. 11-point game his last outing. Fades back. Porter pulls it in. The Bulls have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Levine can't hit. And here's Toronto. It's a 3-point game. And going against Chicago, their first meeting of the season.
Yeah, and they came out with a W every time they played this squad last year. A stark contrast drawn between the conference's haves and have-nots.
Here's White, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Looking at the Bulls roster, there is a lot to like. They have a great collection of talent, and their core players are all very young and improving.
Chicago shooting their first foul shots of the night here.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line, so that's a nice all-around effort.
And that one misses. And Steve, for the Bulls fans, their hopes lie in their young core.
Totally agreed. The Bulls should focus on developing that core. Have a good blend with Levine, Markkanen, and Carter. They just need to keep their eye on the prize.
So he comes up empty at the line.
Very surprising he couldn't capitalize on those shots. You don't see that often.
That's tipped. Carter outside. Over Gasol. And it's Carter missing.
Very surprising. He gets the ball where he wants it and a decent matchup.
And again, Toronto no luck. Chicago's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Porter looking it over. It's blocked, and he recovers it. Kicks it out to Markkanen. For 3, Levine, and it's Lowry with the rebound. The Raptors have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Fades, and it's Chicago with the rebound.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first make.
And the Raptors off to a slow start. Still without a basket in the game. Powell finds Siakam. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
This is a big part of Siakam's game, the ability to put the ball on the floor and make a play.
And the first timeout of the game called for Chicago.
Well, last season, Pascal Siakam more than doubled his scoring. Dramatic improvement as a shooter from the perimeter and the line.
Looking now at some numbers for Gasol. Good season for him last year. Averaged about 13 points a game, 8 rebounds and 4 assists. Fantastic totals for him across the board. I wouldn't be surprised if he keeps rolling.
It's not the monster game that we see for him occasionally, but it's still incredibly impressive.
Now here's Levine. He had 13 points in the win against Memphis.
And don't forget about the work he did on the boards. His rebounding was a huge help in that game.
Drops in the tray. And we've seen his shooting improve. But Siakam also very dangerous off the bounce.
Yeah, reason why, Kevin, he's becoming a great ball handler. They trust him to press the attack and to get into the lanes.
Siakam with it, defended by Carter. And it's Otto Porter with the foul. That's his first foul. And here's Lowry. In the game against Boston, very impressive. 6 on the shot clock.
Great defense by Otto Porter, something he gives you. And it often doesn't show up in the stats.
Just doing the job on the backboard. And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Lowry can't get it to go. The Bulls leading by 4. Here's Markkanen trying to get open as Carter. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Kyle Lowry picks one up there.
Lauri Markkanen is a guy you can build around. The 7th overall pick in a very strong 2017 draft.
That one is off. You know, Smitty, you watch Markkanen. He's just built for the modern NBA.
Yes, he's an incredible weapon on the pick and pop with his shooting touch. You could see that being his go-to move, Kevin, for a long time.
Second free throw, no good.
When you watch Lauri Markkanen play, it's easy to see how easy it is for him to put up points. Attacks from all spots on the floor and has a great touch on that shot, especially for a man his size.
Carter drives in, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. They get Marc Gasol.
This is the thing about Wendell Carter. He's got the skill to go with the size. Very difficult to defend.
And really, Greg, the only knock on Markkanen is that he can be too passive at times.
And I suspect that will fade as he grows more comfortable in the league. You have to remember how young he is and missed a good amount of time with injury during that second year.
No good on that one. Well, the Raptors' Nick Nurse winning an NBA title in his first season. Greg is an NBA head coach.
The first time a head coach who'd also helmed a team in a foreign league has won it. Nurse often reminisces fondly on those days coaching in Europe. And this summer he was entrusted with coaching the Canadian national team at the FIBA World Cup.
Good on the second free throw.
And Raptors president of basketball operations, Masai Ujiri, not just doing an amazing job in Toronto, he's also had a huge role in the growing of the game in Africa.
Growing up in Nigeria, he fell in love with the game of basketball, and he has worked his way up. Now he's given a hand back, building pathways for others to follow in his footsteps, bringing the development and leadership to the continent.
The Raptors shooting their first free throw of the evening.
What's up?
And that one misses. And out of UCLA, Norman Powell, an athletic 6'4" combo guard, said he modeled his game after Russell Westbrook.
And I can see why. He's gifted physically as well. A 6'11" wingspan, a 40-inch vertical leap. He's more of a two-guard in my opinion, and he's off to a strong start in his young career.
White, good.
Yeah, attacking the interior is something White does well. He's crafty, and he makes good adjustments against the defense.
Now here's Johnson. Here's Siakam. That's in there. Johnson with the assist.
High offensive IQ. He makes great reads and adjustments on the fly.
White against Lowry. Porter outside. Buries it from three-point range.
Otto Porter's a good bet to make that shot. It's a play you can run for him time and time again.
Powell, the pass to Siakam. Pass to Gasol. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
As he enters his mid-30s, Marc Gasol showing no signs of slowing down. If anything, I think he's a better all-around basketball player.
Shooting two.
He's off on the first. And through his first 8 seasons in the NBA, Marc Gasol made a total of 12 three-pointers. Nowadays, Greg, he'll make more than that in a month.
and you ask around, he's always been capable. A great shooting touch. It's just a different job description for big men nowadays.
Well, not an easy time on offense for the Bulls last year. They struggled mightily on the offensive end. 3rd worst in the league in effective field goal percentage.
And with the Bulls an effective field goal percentage, it's due to their lack of outside shooting.
Yeah, this team can shoot decently from outside. They just choose not to. Last in the league in threes. Just a play-style decision the organization is going with.
He misses the free throw. And with Otto Porter, the skills are always apparent with his play. And Smitty, you just like when he's playing aggressively on the floor.
Yeah, it's something that his former coach, Scott Brooks, was always trying to promote to Porter. When he becomes more than just a catch-and-shoot threat, that's when his game is at his best.
Serge Ibaka has checked in for the Raptors. And he sinks the second.
And the Bulls had Boylan step in as an interim coach last season, Smitty, but decided to give him the keys to the car this year as well.
A surprise move as Boylan immediately was at odds with the players. Management sided with the coach. Interesting message to send to a young team looking to develop.
Porter, no luck.
Woo, blown opportunity right there. Won't get many chances easier than that one.
Johnson kicks to Lowry. Pass to Ibaka. And here is Powell, defended by Carter. But they recover it, and the Raptors miss again. Poked away. Lowry against White. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
And that's what he's looking for. After 3 straight misses, finally finds the mark. You know, the 5-time All-Star Kyle Lowry has made a career of proving his doubters wrong. You ask me, I think he's still underrated.
Young's checked in for Chicago. Then for the Raptors, Hollis Jefferson's checked in for Stanley Johnson. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Norman Powell.
One shot.
On the free throw, no good. And you ask Lowry, he's always felt underestimated. Smitty, what do people overlook about him?
You know, I think, Kevin, is his defense, first and foremost. He's a top 10 point guard at both ends of the floor. That's what makes him very special.
And there's the bucket from Markkanen.
Another place where Markkanen's size really comes into play. He can shoot over anyone from mid-range.
Now here's Van Vliet. The shot by Lowry, no good.
The defense is right there. Quality contest, and they threw him off his rhythm.
And being over the limit this early really can affect your aggressiveness defensively. They have got to play under control.
Well, the former Georgetown Hoya, Otto Porter, was on the move last season. Traded at the deadline to Chicago, who are in need of a player like Porter who can shoot from outside.
That free throw, no good. Smitty, as you mentioned, the need for shooters was something that brought Porter here.
And Porter has been a consistently good shooter, something he's worked on over his career, Kevin. He's young and appears to be a perfect fit for what this team wants to do in the future.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Felicio's checked in for Markkanen. Satoransky comes in for Zach LaVine. And Chris Dunn subbed in for White.
In his last year of college, Porter got to the line 5 times a game. But in his NBA career, he's gotten there less than a game.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
And finished off by Porter.
What I like is when Chris Dunn keeps his poise, keeps his eyes up, good things happen.
Now here's Van Vliet. Dunn covering. Here's Siakam. Rejected by Young. Dishes it to Porter. Dunn passes to Porter. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Here's Young. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn. Now it's a 7-point Bulls lead.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Van Vliet finds Hollis Jefferson. 5 on the clock. Here's the 3. McCaw misses. The Bulls leading by 7. Hollis Jefferson with the rebound.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
And it's blocked. And they'll keep possession. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
It was a terrific performance we got a chance to watch. They got into a nice rhythm and made smart adjustments along the way.
Great defensive effort, just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
Now here's Porter. He had 10 points in the win against Memphis.
And he caused major problems with his defense as well. He had 4 steals by the time the game was over.
Done with it, covered by Van Vliet. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Now here's Van Vliet. Dunn covering. Hollis Jefferson can't hit.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Dunn shot's good.
Great defense, great contest. You have to live with the results because Chris Dunn's a crafty scorer inside.
Now here's Van Vliet. Ibaka outside. And the Raptors miss again. Here's Chicago. They're on a 14-5 run. Here's Felicio. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
There is the value of great rim protection without fouling, forcing the miss.
Van Vliet passes to Siakam. Rejected by Young, and that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. There's 1:17 left to play in the first quarter. Van Vliet. Here's Ibaka. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist.
Sound shot mechanics for Serge. He has confidence shooting it from out there.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you very much. I was able to talk with Coach Jim Boylan for a minute. This will be the first game this season against this team. He knows they're great rim protectors, but he doesn't want his guys to back down. He told them, push the action, stay confident. You may get one sent back. Don't let that deter you at all. So, Kevin, they're going to keep trying to be aggressive all game.
Thanks, David. No question with the defense they're facing tonight, Coach would like to see, Greg, them gain some early confidence.
Efficiency is key for them. Don't make the mistakes that turn defense into offense.
Those mistakes included turnovers, bad shots, and rush shots. All must be avoided if they're to accomplish their goal.
Now Van Vliet following the miss by Otto Porter from deep. Porter with a block.
Otto Porter with the reach to get that one. He gobbled it up.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Clearly a foul.
The Bulls have only made 2 attempts, shooting poorly at the line in this one. And the first one drops. He hits one and misses one, each at the line. Here's McCall. Passes it to Van Vliet from deep. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And that does it for the first quarter. Bulls out front, leading by 5. From the United Center in Chicago, back in a moment. Now a veteran in the NBA, Serge Ibaka, talked about his role on this team.
I like to do all those little things, running up and down, blocking shot, straight to floor, making open shot, rolling the basket, screen, those dirty work. I like to do that.
And Ibaka, Greg, a great complementary player.
And you like his combination of size and skill, able to impact the game at both ends on a high level.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. Looking at what we've seen for the Bulls, what do you guys think?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
So for Toronto right now, they've got Marc Gasol. McCaw is out there with Fred Van Vliet. Then it's Ibaka, and it's Hollis Jefferson in at the 3. And with that, the Chicago lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Van Vliet. And Smitty, for teams that tend to go deep into the playoffs year after year, season after season, it takes, I'm assuming, a mental toll as well as a physical toll.
It does, and that mental toll is just as hard as that physical toll on your body and your mind. And I think for teams that have great leadership and development of those young guys that can play some of those minutes, they usually bowl well.
Starter in this league for almost a decade, Thaddeus Young's numbers, Greg, won't blow you away. So what makes him a winning player?
I think it starts with his defense, Kevin, drawing charges and getting deflections. His quickness puts him in a position to make those effort plays.
No good on the free throw. Wendell Carter, he's checked in for the Bulls. And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there.
The Toronto Raptors are an elite defensive group. Reasons why they're long, they're smart, and they're experienced.
And I'm sure next time he sits down, coach is going to have a few choice words for him with that shot selection.
And you know what? He knows it. You have to try to play within the system or you're going to come away with empty possessions.
You talk about the defensive IQ, Smitty, for the Raptors. Where does that reveal itself?
For me, Kevin, their rotations, they are able to send help, double teams, and still recover and get out to shooters.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls.
Over a decade in Memphis for Marc Gasol, even played his high school basketball there. Now, a new phase.
The Bulls making a switch here. Levine's checked in. Johnson, he's checked in for Toronto. Norman Powell comes in for Patrick McCaw. That one is no good. And when you spend as much time in one city as Marc Gasol and mean as much as he did to the Grizzlies franchise in that city of Memphis, you know what, Smitty? It's got to be tough to move on.
I'm sure, Kevin, for both sides. Regardless of what he accomplished moving forward, his jersey is getting retired in Memphis. No question about it.
Here's Powell. Chris Dunn making his last shot. Powell with the bounce pass. Rejected by Young. They recover it. Here's Dunn. Here's Levine. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
You see Levine's filled out his frame, shakes off contact, and completes the play.
Ibaka right side. Over Young. And again, no good by Toronto. The Bulls leading by 6. Carter looking around. And there's the pass to Dunn. Over Powell, and it's off the back rim, no good.
And really, that is why he is feared as a defender, right in your face on that shot.
Moved his feet, timed it perfectly. That's how you get stops. Love it.
Chicago making a switch here. Markkanen's checked in. The Raptors also with a sub. Lowry's checked in. Here's Lowry. Pass to Gasol. 16 feet away. Chalk up 2 there. Gasol's got 7 points in the game.
Marc Gasol, he's a steady performer who also makes difficult plays to help his team.
Knocks it loose. Carter kicks to Levine. 6 to shoot. And it's blocked by Ibaka.
Great defense by Serge, a tremendous athlete, blessed with insane length and leaping ability.
White, he's checked in for Chris Dunn. On the clock. Here's Young. Johnson with the block. And he's able to get it back. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. White against Lowry. Left side Gasol. And they double up Gasol. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
You two players.
And it's the Bulls with the ball. The Bulls leading by 4. And here in the second quarter of action, as we approach 4 minutes played, sinks the three-pointer. 8 points for Zach LaVine.
I like letting someone else play the setup, man. LaVine just has to catch and hit the shot.
Lowry finds Ibaka. And no good that time. Excellent D there from Markkanen.
And they continue to control the glass.
LaVine, good.
Sometimes when LaVine doesn't want to challenge at the rim, he goes to the floater.
Lowry with the ball. Now Johnson. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Unloads from 9. Second shot opportunity. And Markkanen lays it up and in. Markkanen's got the lead up to 11 now for the Bulls.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Johnson. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Markkanen. And Toronto has possession. They trail by 11. Johnson outside. To end the run.
What Markkanen does there defensively, he uses his size, stays focused, and stays connected.
Young taking his time here. Pass to White. Clock at 6. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet. White's got 7 points in the game.
Beautiful touch there. Give White these types of looks consistently, and he's going to make you pay.
White against Lowry. He feeds it to Gasol. Passes to Powell. Lets the 3 fly. Chicago grabs the miss. White's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Here's LaVine. It's not going to go for him. And Toronto will come the other way. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
Really consistent with their aggression. In that game, we saw very few lulls from an intensity standpoint.
A couple things stood out for me. They were relentless, and they also played under control. That's a deadly combination.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Kyle Lowry is hard-nosed, as we all know, and if you ask him, it comes from his upbringing in Philadelphia. Lowry said, a Philly player is what a basketball player is. We played on concrete. You got to be mentally tough. You're not trying to be athletic. You get hit the wrong way, you run into a metal pole. Kevin, that's what made him. From Philly to Villanova to Toronto to an NBA champion.
I don't know about running into the metal pole, but that sounds painful. But he's certainly as tough as he can be. David, thank you. The emphasis on freedom of movement, less grabbing and holding on the perimeter, Steve, has made some players almost impossible to defend.
Yeah, James Harden, because he likes to be physical, and it's how can you not guard him without being physical? In return, Steph Curry, because he gets an opening shoot shots. Lillard, Kyrie, Devin Booker, Giannis, Kevin Durant for sure. It's hard to guard these guys because they're so good on the offensive end.
And here we go, the Bulls fast break. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
A tough physical player who doesn't mind mixing it up. Wendell for the and one.
And you look at Wendell Carter Jr., the center out of Duke. Fantastic blend of size and mobility. A lot to like about what he can do.
Patrick McCaw, he's checked in for Powell. The free throw off from Carter. And with Wendell Carter Jr., we saw flashes of his potential last season.
Easy to see why he was a snap pick at 7 for the Bulls back in 2018. As he gets more comfortable in his role and his teammates lean on him, he could be a force.
A strange saga last season for Patrick McCaw. Restricted free agent with the Warriors. He sat out, Smitty, for months.
He did, Kevin. Eventually signed a non-guaranteed deal with the Cleveland Cavaliers, but he was waived within days, prompting a league investigation. A promising young player, the Dubs didn't want to lose him and eventually signed with the Toronto Raptors, and he won another chip.
Here's White. 7 points in the game. On the wing, Levine. With the slam.
An explosive, high-level athlete. You see why Zach has won multiple dunk contests.
Lowry feeling it out a bit. Here's Siakam. Rejected by Young. Outside, Levine. The dish to Young. Porter against Johnson. And the rejection by Lowry. And here's the fast break. Siakam leading the way. The pass to Lowry. This one for 3. Rebound collected by Levine. Levine's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And Levine throws it down.
Some people say Levine settles for too many jump shots. This time, he doesn't.
Raptors trail by 18. Lowry dishes to Johnson. Back to Lowry. Inside, Gasol. No good. That puts him at 2 for 6.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Siakam outside. Shot clock at 6. And the Raptors miss again. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for Chicago. They lead by 20. It's the most we've seen. Shots good from Young.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
This is the modern-day big. Siakam can stretch you out and can hurt you right at the rim.
Now here's White. 7 points in the game. Johnson with the block. Out of bounds, Bulls ball as Chicago keeps possession. Satoransky's checked in for Chicago. Then for the Raptors, Hollis Jefferson's checked in for Johnson. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Kyle Lowry. Outside, Levine. And then Levine with the jam.
And we've seen this before. Zach with the ability to put up points in bunches.
A minute 50 left in the first half of basketball. Now here's VanVleet. That shot, no good. Excellent D there from Markkanen.
The struggle is real. He's been way off with his shot all evening long.
Good ball movement here by the Bulls. That's tipped. Here's Young. Toronto grabs the miss. Gasol's got 7 rebounds in the game. And it's blocked.
And for marketing, contesting shots is not about explosive athleticism. It's about being in the right position and timing it right.
Now here's Levine for the three. But they get it back. Second chance shot. Hollis Jefferson with the rebound. Hollis Jefferson's got his fourth rebound in this one. Out left to the wing. Outside Gasol. Nice D from Porter.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
And the call will be against Patrick McCaw. That's his first foul. So for the Bulls, Felicio comes in for Young, and Chris Dunn subbed in for Otto Porter Jr. .34 seconds left now here in the second. Dunn outside. Down low. And it's Levine that time on the assist from Dunn. Dunn's got 3 assists now in this one. There's 18 seconds left in the second quarter. Pass to Gasol. And stolen by Dunn. And here's the fast break. Dunn leading the way. He can't get that one. And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Bulls out front, just dominating this one. From the United Center in Chicago. Back in a moment.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. Zach LaVine led the way in the first half. He had 18 points, 5 rebounds, and 1 block. First 2 quarters from him were fun to watch. And Kenny, what did you think about what you saw from Chicago?
Well, you could see the maturity in LaVine now. Physically, he's gotten stronger. Mentally, for him, the game has slowed down. He's proving that he could be the #1 scoring option in this league.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on Toronto?
Well, they struggle in a number of areas. Protecting the rim is really at the top of the list. They haven't made that a priority. They haven't put forth a whole lot of effort. You got to protect the rim.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You look at Zach LaVine, he's really been playing well.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
He's been very effective on the move, forcing the action, getting to his spots, and finishing plays.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Markkanen and Carter are up front. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. And it's Porter in at the 3 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Now here's Levine. Launches a 3. Siakam pulls it in. Raptors trail by 21. And it's blocked. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Markkanen. Here's Siakam. And Siakam throws it down. And it's the Bulls with the ball. Outside, White. He kicks it to Carter. Outside, Levine. Here's Porter. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Porter's got 8.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Now here is Lowry. Right block shot. And another basket for Toronto.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
The Bulls leading by 19 points. White the pass to Markkanen. Lowry against Porter. And the rejection by Lowry. Johnson surveying the floor. Back to Lowry. Levine against Powell. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Gasol. Markkanen pulls it in. For Chicago, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half.
Well, last season, a season of change for the Bulls. They missed the playoffs with a 22-win season. And they did have a change of head coaches. Not the results many hoped for going into the year.
White. And it's off from three-point range. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Raptors. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one.
And what you like about Siakam as a rim protector, the strong fundamentals, able to affect shots without fouling.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Lowry drives in, kicks to Powell. Carter pulls it in. Carter's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Smitty, as you said, the Bulls were a pick by many to compete last season.
Yeah, and this team, they continue to tinker with this roster. They made the trade for Otto Porter to be a part of their future. And you know what? The rebuild continues on.
Chicago leading by 19. Markkanen kicks to Levine. Lowry brings the double. Pass to White. Outside Porter. Here's Markkanen. And, oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Lowry against Levine. Bounce pass from Lowry. Levine against Siakam. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
And the most improved player in the league last season, Pascal Siakam, got better in every statistical category.
And it's those diamond-in-the-rough players that so often elevate the top teams. And, Greg, that's what the Raptors found in Pascal Siakam.
No doubt. The 27th pick back in 2016, now a full-time starter on a rookie contract, just over $2 million this season. He is due for a big raise.
First free throw is good.
You know, we see every year 1 or 2 guys drafted toward the end of the first round contribute well for their team. But Pascal Siakam has gone well beyond that.
The Raptors making a switch here. Ibaka's checked in. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Smitty, we're seeing preseason and even regular season games take place overseas on foreign soil. Would you have enjoyed that when you were playing?
Yeah, for sure, Kevin. I know the travel is an added challenge, and at the same time, you appreciate where the game takes you. It is definitely growing globally, going places you might otherwise never experience, especially in a basketball setting.
And not a guy known for style points when it comes to throwing one down, but every once in a while, Kevin.
Greg, why don't we see more dunks like that from him? He's certainly got the size for it.
Oh, no question he does. I just think he likes to keep the fans guessing.
It's Porter outside. It's good from long range. Porter's got 11.
It's enough to where you have to respect him. Had 1 triple in the first half, now has his second.
Back to Powell. Outside Lowry. Toronto working the ball around now. Here's Ibaka. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Lowry's got his third assist on the night. Lowry against White. And the layup is good. He's got 9.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
High arcing shot.
That time, Carter's length and vertical paying dividends. He has tremendous potential as a rim protector. And even as a rookie, you could see the consistency game to game from Wendell Carter. Very dependable on the glass and on the scoreboard for a player so young.
And with Carter, he's only going to get better over the years.
The upside is easy to see. He always finds ways to contribute to this team. Not sure if he'll be a star, but he'll be a rock on the offense and defensive end for a long time.
Shooting 2.
And he can't get the first one. Bulls making a switch here. Dunn's checked in. Raptors also changing it up. Wande Hollis-Jefferson comes in for Johnson. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Norman Powell. And the second free throw, good. So much new technology, a lot of it so exciting, Steve. Did you see the demo of the jersey that can change a player's name and number the other day? Wow, that was something.
I did. I saw the demonstration that Adam Silver did. It is fantastic. I was thinking about myself, Kevin. I played for 7 teams. That's a lot of changing of the name and number.
It really is. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, after 5 years as an assistant in Toronto, last season Nick Nurse moved to head coach of the Raptors, and the team responded, winning the franchise's first NBA championship. Nurse has been at this for 3 decades. He got his first head coaching position at the age of 23, and he has moved all throughout basketball, both domestically and abroad, guiding 15 teams in 5 different countries. And after winning it all last year, Kevin, he's finally made it to the top.
David, he sure has a long and winding journey. Thank you. Now, here's Lowry. Looking to get it going, and it's good on the layup.
Kyle Lowry is a very tough guy for 6'1". He's a guy who loves to attack the inside, even though he's small.
Here's Dunn. Outside, Porter. Young outside. Pass to Porter. Takes a 3. Toronto grabs the miss.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
And Thomas Satoransky gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. The Raptors making a switch here. McCaw's checked in. Here's VanVleet. Now the pass to McCaw. Shoots over Satoransky. No good from McCaw.
Yeah, well, he's going to have some explaining to do on the sideline about why he took that shot.
Low percentage chance. If it's not there, give up the rock. Trust your teammates.
Satoransky, the pass to Dunn. Here is Porter, covered by VanVleet. Here's Felicio, still looking for his first bucket in this one. Pass to Hollis-Jefferson, and that one is stuffed right through.
Oh, that's great awareness. That's a great pass. Credit Siakam and the work he's done to understand where everyone is in this offense.
Now here's Porter, 11 points in the game. Pass to Satoransky. McCaw grabs the miss. Raptors trail by 18. To the middle. Here's Siakam. Porter with a block. Dunn passes to Young. Yep, that one goes.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
And he hasn't cashed in on his chances at the line, only making one free throw.
And guys, you might remember that he was not at his best from the foul line in their last outing.
One shot.
Thaddeus Young, no good on the free throw.
And the Raptors took some heat for parting ways with reigning Coach of the Year, Dwayne Casey. But his successor, Nick Nurse, guided this franchise to an NBA title.
Tremendous self-belief and determination. The only NBA head coach who was also a head coach in college, the G League, and overseas. He's been preparing for this for a long time.
Hacked and still knocked it down. Nice composure. For Toronto, they have had an off night from the stripe tonight.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. He dishes it to Young. Passes it to Satoransky. Shot clock at 5. From the arc. No good. Shot missing. Good D by Siakam. And here is Van Vliet. Here's McCall. Back to Van Vliet. Shoots over Satoransky. Van Vliet can't get it to go.
Decent look from mid-range, but there may have been a better option for them in that set.
Porter passes to Felicio. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Did he lay an egg at the stripe in their previous game? Couldn't get anything to drop.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw missing. Kyle Lowry, he's checked in for the Raptors. So neither attempt will fall that time for him. Raptors trail by 17. Here's Hollis Jefferson, and denied. He sends it right off the glass.
That's his 4th foul of the evening. He needs to be careful now. Pick and choose where to be aggressive.
Bulls have had an off night from the stripe tonight.
Shooting 2.
That one is off. That one misses. Raptors trail by 17. Left side Lowry. From deep. Felicio with the rebound.
He has gone ice cold this quarter. Obviously not helping their cause.
And it's blocked. Van Vliet finds Ibaka. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Thaddeus Young. And Greg, last season, the best scoring average of Serge Ibaka's career.
Even with a down year as far as his three-point shooting, Ibaka's still very efficient, getting more of his offense around the rim, playing some at the 5.
And he knocks down the first one. And in recent seasons, we've seen Serge Ibaka involved in some extracurriculars. He can get a little chippy out there.
Yes, indeed. Last season, he had a 3-game suspension. Penalties can escalate for repeat offenders, something he's got to be aware of.
Marcus All's checked in for the Raptors. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses.
Oh, from the Republic of Congo, Serge Ibaka, Dikembe Mutombo, and Bismack Biyombo. A lot of big man talent.
Now, here's Dunn. Rejected by Gasol. And they're able to recover. And Young kicks to Satoransky. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Here's a look at what's coming up for Toronto. They'll go back home and will be hosting the Orlando Magic. Then on Wednesday, they'll be matching up with Andre Drummond and the Detroit Pistons.
Yo, watch Lowry.
Lowry against Satoransky. Gasol deciding where to go with it, and he gets the bucket. And it's 6 points for Kyle Lowry.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Porter passes to Felicio. 1:16 left here in the third quarter. Trying to get something going, and Gasol sends it back.
Gasol with those long arms is a shot blocking expert, especially down low.
And they double up Gasol. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The shot by Lowry, no good.
You like that he's still attacking, but the results tonight just haven't been there.
And so Ibaka will bring it up for the Raptors. It's a 14-point game. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. Felicio, the pass to Satoransky, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. The Bulls have had an off night from the stripe tonight.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Zach LaVine's checked in for Porter. He doesn't get the second one. Raptors trail by 15. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Van Vliet looking around. There's the pass to Gasol. And he banks in the layup. Gasol's got 14 points for the game.
You know, few active players have taken more contact inside than Marc Gasol. He knows how to handle it.
No good on the last second attempt there. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Bulls lead by 13. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. The Bulls leading by 13. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. So for Toronto right now, Fred VanVleet out there with Lowry. Then it's Ibaka, and it's Marc Gasol, and it's Hollis Jefferson in at the small forward position. 4 on the clock. A baseline J. Nice touch on the bank shot.
Attacking the defense with the pass. Don't need to be a hero.
Raptors trail by 15. Ibaka outside. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Outside Gasol. A shot by Lowry. Wide open. And finished off by Gasol.
At 7'1", it is hard to keep Marc Gasol off the glass.
Here's Dunn. Felicio kicks to Young. Outside Levine. To the inside, Felicio. And it's blocked. Outside Lowry. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Wow, has he flipped a switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
One criticism of Jim Boylen before getting extended was his offense. Called too slow and too methodical. He addressed that this offseason by getting a top assistant to redesign the offense.
Some changes for Chicago. Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Felicio. Markkanen comes in for Satoransky, and it's White in for Dunn. Raptors also changing it up. Stanley Johnson comes in for Rondé Hollis Jefferson. And Norman Powell subbed in for Fred VanVleet. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Jim Boylen talking with his team. He talked about the mindset they need to have and what he wants to see the rest of the way. Engagement at both ends and making good decisions with the ball. Guys?
And Steve, for Boylen, a first-time head coach, a smart move to shore up his staff, though.
We see a lot of coaches now hire a specialist assistant coach to delegate part of that game to. Lets guys like Boylen focus on player development and defense.
Well, he had one three-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Lowry for 3. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Young's got rebound number 13 with that last one.
Oof, rough game offensively. He's really struggled and really probably why they're trailing. That's one he knows he should have drained.
Here's Ibaka, rejected by Young. And oh, here we go. Carter's got it in the fast break chance. And Markkanen with the basket on the assist from Carter. And the Bulls lead by 12.
Comfortable on the offensive end, Markkanen drawing contact, but maintains his focus.
Lowry against White. He blocks it again.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle.
With Wendell Carter Jr., you love the do-it-all ability, the understanding of the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He's off on the first. That's off as well, so he misses both. Raptors trail by 12.
Yeah, look at me.
Ibaka outside. Markkanen against Lowry. Fires the three, and the three ball is good. Lowry's got it back down to single digits for Toronto.
Here we go, his second made from beyond the arc in the second half after having no such luck in the first.
Fast break. Here come the Raptors. Here's Ibaka, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
You see Serge in the painted area, feels the defender, goes on the attack.
Throw good, Serge Ibaka. And both free throws good for Serge Ibaka. And so Markkanen will bring it up for Chicago. And it goes for the fifth time in 10 shots for him this game.
On that play, Markkanen just using his size. He's becoming a monster on the offensive end.
Young with the steal. No good that time. Johnson with some nice D. And oh, here we go. Lowry's got the fast break chance. The 11-footer. And again, no good by Toronto.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That's foul number 2 for him. Porter's checked in for Chicago. And Toronto also making a switch. Siakam is checked in for Serge Ibaka. Outside, Porter. Back to Carter. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Levine, and it's denied. Out of bounds, Bulls ball as Chicago keeps possession. Two on the clock. The three.
Not in rhythm. He had the 2 triples in the first half, none so far in the second.
Powell against Levine. Powell dishes to Gasol. Fader on the way. Rebound collected by Levine. Levine's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Got a piece of it. Fast break Toronto. Lowry leading the charge. No coverage that time.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
White finds Levine. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Attacking with purpose. Levine takes the contact, finishes strong, now goes to the line for one more. And with this team, Zach LaVine has been thrust into the role of the leader. Still young in his own right, but as a rising star and a large part of the future, responsibilities have fallen in his lap.
One shot.
And that one misses. And for Levine, he is the best scorer on the team. And you know what, Smitty? He should be a leader.
You're right. That isn't something that's easy to step right into. After losses pile up, you feel more pressure and want to take over every game. Zach LaVine should be up to the task, but it will take some adjusting.
And even if you risk a foul, the D has to play him tougher when he gets it that deep.
And if you don't, they keep finding the matchup every time up the floor.
Now here's Porter. Shoots the three. Here's Markkanen. It falls through, making him 6 for 11 in the game.
Adding to this lead, he's been dependable and consistent at the offensive end.
Powell kicks to Siakam. Dishes to Lowry. Over in the corner, Gasol. The shot's good on the assist by Lowry. Lowry's got his 5th assist in this one.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
And oh, here we go. Lowry's got the fast break chance. Count that one. The Bulls' lead has been cut down to 3 on the bucket from Siakam.
That's what you get from a veteran playmaker. If you get open, Lowry will find you.
White the pass to Porter. Pass to Levine. 3-pointer. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Johnson's got his 5th rebound in this one. Outside Lowry. Pass to Gasol. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Now just a 1-point Bulls lead.
A much different player here in the second half. He's taken advantage of what the defense allows.
The pass to Markkanen. A second chance effort, and the layup is up and in. Markkanen's got 9 points now in just the second half. Raptors trail by 3. Powell dishes to Gasol, and Zach LaVine gets the whistle that time. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Pass to Powell. To the paint. And there's Lowry. That's good on the assist by Gasol. Lowry's got 8 here in the quarter.
You know, as ice cold as he was in the first half, that's how hot he has been since the break. No one can match up with him right now.
White finds Markkanen. Outside, Levine. 5 to shoot. Toronto grabs the miss.
Wow, what a rough second half for him shooting the basketball. Maybe you adopt a pass-first mentality at this point.
Lowry passes to Gasol to take the lead, and it's sent back by Carter. Markkanen dishes to White. Back to Markkanen. Powell pulls it in. Toronto trailing. Gasol drives in. Good work defensively by Carter. Chicago's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Lowry against White. And the rejection by Lowry. Gasol's in the post. Carter on him. Powell, no one around him. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. Gasol's got his 3rd assist on the night. And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. Trailing by 2. Levine against Siakam. Pass to Markkanen. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And as Markkanen continues to develop his skill set, he'll get to the line a lot more often.
Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Marc Gasol. And he's good on the second. And the Raptors call time here.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Marc Gasol.
And it's been a terrific night for him in terms of the scoreboard. They've run a bunch of sets for him, and he's continued to come through. Scoring as well as he has, it's taken a lot of pressure off the rest of his teammates.
And the Raptors with the ball. They lead by 1. Passes to Ibaka. Back to Powell. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Wendell Carter.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
No good on that one. That one misses. Chicago trailing here. 1:57 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Some nice ball movement here by Chicago. The dish to Levine. Just 5 on the clock. It's good. Levine's got 4 this quarter.
The coaching staff needs Zach LaVine to perform at his best when it matters, and he did it.
Lowry for 3. Rebound by the Bulls. Porter's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Offensive rebound, LaVine, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
A late bloomer in high school, Zach LaVine could still be just scratching the surface of his true ability.
Shooting 2.
Good on the first, and that will put them up by 2. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one.
Well, they should be looking at a 3-point lead. Hopefully for them, that miss won't cost them.
Carter outside. Kicks it out to Markkanen. Trying to break that ice-cold streak, and it's Carter missing.
The thing is, you want to do everything you can to help your team, and sometimes you just try to do too much. I'll tell you, Siakam's earned these opportunities. He can get you buckets when you really need them.
No good on that one. And so Markkanen will bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. Porter with it. Back to Levine. Shoots over Powell. That one a little long. And here are the Raptors now.
It's in! Timeout, timeout.
big-time basket at a big-time moment.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. They're down by 2. 34 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
Yeah, and looking at how much time they have, I think it's likely we'll see them try to get a good look and score quickly.
Levine against Powell. Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 2. 29 seconds left in the fourth. .29 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Levine deciding where to go with it. To the middle. Out to White. Just 4 to shoot. And the rejection by Lowry. Oh, wow. Unable to get a shot off in time, and they turn it over. A very unfortunate time there to pick up the shot clock violation. Toronto calls timeout. They're leading by 2. There's 10 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And that trip coming up empty, missing both. Now Levine. From deep three-point. Got it!
Yes, indeed.
He got it! What a shot!
Concentration.
I can't believe this. How in the world can you end the game on a shot like that?
And so the big win by Chicago in a tight game. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a knife in the gut to lose. You gotta love being on edge of your seat and just wondering what's gonna happen. How is this thing gonna play out?
And that'll wrap it up, folks. Now for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA here on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.